League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Meredith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Off the play fake, Meredith. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Meredith. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A huge play there for Houston.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Let's go, D. Kill. Number 4.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Again, Gordon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Meredith. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a first down throw. Watson gets it to Bellamy outright. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is Gordon, complete. Touchdown! Melvin Gordon, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deep.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
On the counter, it's Henry. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Meredith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field, because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's got this complete to Bellamy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they run from the gun with Gordon.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Watson looks to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
That's caught left side by Bellamy. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Watson's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, here's Watson. He gets it to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the air yet again, Watson. Looking for the end zone.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now a handoff. This is Gordon.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Melvin Gordon, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 28-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Derrick Henry takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Meredith. He's going deep for Brown.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Meredith. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the gun, Meredith. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand this one off to Gordon.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 1st down carry for Henry. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Meredith. And this is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Lambeau to add on the extra point. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Lambeau on for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top